Hi everyone, it's Evelyn, and today is the big day. We rolled the flower wagon. It's on wheels, so we rolled the flower wagon up onto the road. We put the 3 steps off to one side and the table on the other side. I'll show you all of that. And now, as you can see, my hyacinths, they may not be fully open, but they're full of color. We're going to get a lot of those up on the road, some of the daffodils up on the road, as well as some of the tulips. Before I take anything up, I'll just take you up to the flower wagon and show you how we've got it laid out, and then I'll bring you down here and show you what is still the stuff that's going to go into the flower wagon, and then we'll get it all set up. So let's get going. So Ezri knows I'm going up to the road because I'd already walked up to the gate, and then I thought I'd back up and start from here, which is where I had started filming. So as you can see on both sides of this path, I have all of my hyacinths. But what I'm also going to do is, just before I go up there, show you, look, all the dog bones. Show you here I've got the early tulips, the mid tulips, the late tulips, random leftover from last year, the early daffodils. One's already open and I've got it over with the hyacinths, but look how many are goosenecked already. And then the mid daffodils. And then up here, I'm just going to cut through the gazebo here. I've got all these concrete pavers that, believe it or not, were buried in the garden when we bought the house. I've never had a use for them, but I'm going to put them in the base of the flower wagon for weight. Ezri's got her ball here already, so we will just go and throw it for her. And we are going to come up on the road, and I'm going to take one of these concrete pavers with me because I got one free hand. So this is what the back of it looks like. So you can see there's the 3 steps. They're going to get 3 pots each. You can see I've got shade cloth with slits in it to let the wind through, and then a table on this side. And the purpose of the table is so that people can put what they grab, their selection, down on the table before they pay, which is right here. Let me just put this paver in there. We had to get a new one because somebody broke this last year. And as you can see, I leave the back clear so that I can see if there's money in there. And then that's my office window there, which is the room that I film in often. So I can see from my office window if there's any money in the back of that. So if there is, we try not to leave money in there because it is a busy road. Got a flower sign on the front. When we built this, we drilled a lot of holes in it to let the moisture through. It's just a standard wagon here, as you can see. There's the handle. And if I look underneath here, you can see there's the 4 wheels for the wagon. We took the sides off. Somebody stole that wheel last year, so we had to replace the wheel. We just did that this spring. They stole it at the end of the season. This is the shelf that I put little vases on. These 3 steps are not attached to the flower wagon. We bring them up separately. Because the less that's attached to it, the less heavy it is. So now I'm just going to grab, and as you can see, shade cloth on 3 sides. So the sun comes up there, as in it travels across the sky this way, and then it sets over there in the evening. So the flower wagon gets a lot of sun. So we're just going to grab all of these pavers. Well, first maybe we'll pick up the ball and throw it again. By the way, it's Saturday. I normally film on Monday, but it's not raining today. It's a nice day, so I'm getting it set up today because we have a lot of rain forecast for the next 2 weeks, and I don't know what days it's not going to rain. I think these will sit three across that way. Perfect, right from this corner to this little indent corner there. That's perfect. I've got another 3 I'll do, and then I'm going to leave this side without these because I'm going to put another vase or 2 here. And I don't want to have to keep putting them on something this hard. This is softer. So as Esri does, she pushes the ball between pots. She can actually get up here, but she knows she's not supposed to. So they're all in here. I kind of like the broken edge on here. It's almost like a live edge, but that gives me plenty of room to put vases on something softer than concrete. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is, because I got the flower wagon on the road, I want to get some of the pots of hyacinths, etc., up there. And instead of carrying them one or two at a time, I have a whole pile of these little stackable crates with holes in them, and I use these at the beginning and the end of the day to move them from the flower wagon just to our landing area there. So all the ones, I'm not going to put 6 in because that's pretty heavy. All the ones that show good color I'm going to grab, and I'm going to do 5 of these for starters, because then people can see the color. I'm not expecting to actually sell any today because I want people to see that they're there so that they can start thinking about getting their cash and coming back and buying them, because I'm a cash only setup. I don't want to do email transfers or set up a little iPad station because it'll just get stolen. Okay, I cannot carry that with one hand, so I will get back with you when I've got them up there at the wagon. Well, I had to put them all back in this crate and bring them back down into the garden because, you know, it's been a year and I've forgotten the most important step, which is not throwing the ball for Esri. I can't do this one-handed. Hang on. There we go. Turned it on. Which is hosing off. Oh, I can't do that one-handed. Hosing off all the pots so that they're clean. But I will throw this. There we go. Okay, so I've got to roll that around and hose it. I don't want to get water everywhere. It's a mess. Rewash those, wash those 3, and so forth, and then I'll be back. Here's me interjecting in the middle of the video to say, if you're enjoying it so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get back to the video. So the tulips are all in. The tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths are all in. So you can see I can get 3 per step. I've used a China marker last fall to label what the pots are to make it really easy for people to see. I've got a couple up high on the flower wagon for attention. I've got the tulips inside because there will be my poster here, and you'll be able to see on the poster which is which, because clearly they won't have color for a while. And then over here I put another 3. So all that added up to 20 pots, 5 per each one of these containers that not only sit inside of each other, like if I turn this one around, it's designed to then sink into it, but I can also stack them that way. And so I can just keep them here behind the fence when it's open, so they're not out of the way, and then in the evening I can bring those out, load all the tulips and everything, etc. I got tulips on the brain and hyacinths in those pots and put them out here along the deck. While I was doing that, Bruce got my Flowers Today sign ready. We picked up the sign yesterday. It's two-sided, so that's excuse me, reflective tape for car headlights. And we made the sign out of 2 old fan stands because they're nice and lightweight, so I can carry this very easily with one hand. And then in the other hand, I carry this watering can, which I fill up with rocks, which are actually out there and just stay out there all year. And then it sits on the base of that and stops the sign from tipping. The next thing I want to get into the flower wagon is this. which has a little pivoting lock, and that is for my, well, I won't open that now. I'll open that when I get up to, when I've got two hands so I don't accidentally knock it. That's for my poster sign that you can see in here. And then I got vases down there as well. So again, because I don't want to trip over the dogs while I carry things with one hand. And now Ezri's gone and put her ball in here. Silly, silly dog. She's not silly, she does that on purpose so she gets attention. There goes the ball. Okay, we are going to carry, well, I'm going to carry this and that tote up to the flower wagon. And the dogs will do what they want. Leela, Ezri, say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Good dogs. See you in a sec. All right, I showed you the 6 tulips that are in here. And you can see, I've got the sign here now, and you can look at the sign and see which of those 3 tulips each one is. And on the sign, it says early, mid, and late. So you can relate that to those 3. It's also got the hyacinths and daffodils on there. $10 a pot with my little logo, and organically grown. And then in front of them, where it's the wood and not the concrete tiles, I have 3 vases down here just to keep the inside of this interesting, whether they get sold or not. And now at the top shelf, I have a whole line of vases. Got this beautiful little basket looking one. And then this is a hand painted and signed. This little owl has an opening at the top. And there it is. I better get that stuck back on there. I'll do that. There, stuck back on. That might blow off again. I have photos of all of these in my computer so that if the price tag flies away, I can look at it and see what it was. Also, if there's one gone and I've sold it and I need to know which it is, I can look on my computer. It's also on my phone, and see which one's sold. I've got this. This is a vintage. There's the logo. It's a vintage. I can't remember what it's called. I might put it up on the screen. This, of course, is vintage too, and it's actually one of the ones that has the little flower holes, and this piece lifts up, although I got it taped down so that you can put the water in it. I love this little glass bird. And then there's this little puffer fish here. And then I got these cute little... I bought these. I can't use them for vases, so I'm just... and they're not that expensive, so I'm just putting him and the little rooster guy, just putting them up here at a really good price. Top, of course, I've got those 2 pots of spring bulbs, and then as you can see, I even use the table to put things down on. So I put my tote that had all the vases in here on here so that I could offload it into here, and then I'll put it on here again in the evening so I can load it up again and then take it away. And then of course it's got 3 pots there. So if I just stand back a bit from a different angle, this is what you're looking at. Okay, this tote is also going to go in here, and I can just tuck it into the top one of those for now. There's Ezri patiently waiting for me to come back in so she can roll the ball through there. That's not rolled very well. Come on, ball. Ball. Oh, she can't hit it with her nose anymore there. Okay. This is something now I'm going to have to start making look nicer. I haven't worried about it for the winter because it's been so wet and rainy, but now that the flower wagon's open, got to get that happening. There's one more thing that we have to do, and that is, look, we still got the window scraper out here. This can go to storage for the year now. We use these guys to pick up all their bones on garbage day, because there's a lot of bones all around the yard here. Oh, sorry for the siren. We have the fire truck going by. Ezri's going to put her ball in there again because she knows I have to get it out. You going to put it in there? Yep. Okay, let's get the ball out. Let's throw the ball down here. Oh, by the way, one I didn't need. I did get the rest of my crocuses potted up, not for a few days. They actually just sat outside in the rain for a few days, but now they're in soil, ready to... Oh, dog's water dish needs to get clean. Needs to get dumped and cleaned. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. Let's get this up onto the road. Before I can put this on the Flowers Today sign, I have to fill it up with all of these rocks. It's almost getting time to get out the weed whacker on the grass. Who's that? Who's that? No, back. Good dog. I'm just going to roll the ball through to the other side now. The joys of a dog. Never a dull moment. Okay, we got all the rocks in there. It'll fill up with water too, which will make it even heavier, but it's not a windy day, so I don't need to worry about that. Normally, the sign goes on the other side of the flower wagon, but there's a car in the way there. Normally, we're parked here. So that's what it's looking like. Open for business. Stay like this until this evening. Generally, I'm open from about 10 till 10. And what time is it now? It's 20 after 1, because we waited till it was slightly warmer before we came out. But still, it was only 7 degrees when we came out here. But it feels a lot warmer than that now. We have a double gate here because when the dogs were puppies, we didn't want them getting out into the road. But as you can see with the gates open, they're fine now. We never put rails along here because the idea was you could put things here to take out or drop groceries here to bring in, which is exactly what we do. These look absolutely terrible right now because they haven't been touched since last fall, and they need to look pretty now that I'm opening up Flower Wagon. Not that anybody actually mostly sees these. This will be a dahlia bed. This will be a dahlia bed. That will be a dahlia bed. This is a dahlia bed where we planted sweet peas in. I've just got some pots in here out of the way because I wasn't 100% sure where I wanted to put them. I'm just going to show you the sweet peas that we planted a few weeks ago. There they are. Not doing too much. Those are the bluebells that just kind of pop up on their own. This is actually my firelight hydrangea that I bought last year. I potted it up in the fall, so it's in a bigger pot. I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to put it this year. That's just in a still be in a pot. That's in a still be in a pot. The still be in the pots are actually starting to put on some shoots, as you can see here. And the snowberries are definitely starting to put on some shoots. Not much else happening in here. All of these guys, those are just foxgloves. Like even in here, even in this giant strawberry pot, it's a foxglove growing. They just kind of pop up everywhere. Feverfew pops up everywhere. There's another foxglove. A lot of them I've pulled up if they're in the way. But yeah, so that's... Uh-oh, Izzy's got her ball there. She's waiting for me to grab it because she can't get it. She thought it was going to be going out again. Here we are, back to where I started. Got the hyacinths here, flower wagon up on the road. If you don't have a flower wagon and it's something that you're considering doing, bear in mind, I'm on a busy road, so I get a lot of traffic by it, so I don't need to do much in the way of advertising. The road front is its own advertising for all the cars that go back and forth. However, I do have a playlist that talks about each video is on a different subject on the flower wagon. One from how I set it up to plant sales at it. One is about marketing. I can't remember what the others are about. And the way playlists work is if you watch the one video, it will automatically then go to the next and to the next, so you can watch all the videos on the flower wagon if it's something that you're interested in. I'll put the playlist up here. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.